Sarcarrogance production. This is Sarcarrogance.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Pablo. I don't know why I did that with my hand. That was some wild shit. This is your boy Pablo, aka Grandma's favorite grandson, aka the bearded wonder, aka Pod's gift, aka the Pod boss, aka Black Poseidon, aka I don't know, fuck, Mr. Sock, aka Mr. Freckles, aka Hey, I'm here. And we're here for another episode of Toxicology Report. And I am here with my mans, my mellow, my brother, like no other. Tell the people who you are.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bobby Baltimore, aka Colonizer, aka A Best Friend, aka White Meat. You know, I know you like a little taste. You know, I can make it moist and juicy for you. You know, it doesn't have to be always dark meat for you. So that's where I'm at.
So when you say white meat, are you talking like breast and wings, or are you talking like pork? Because the pork is bad for you.
I'm probably bad for you. Proven fact that I'm bad for your health. So we'll go with pork because the breast is dry and bland and boring. And then you get to the pork and you're like, man, this is so good. You know, it tastes so good. I like it a lot, but I know it's bad for me, but I just got to have some more of it.
And the wings, that's just for the party. You know, they pass that around. So
yep. Just suck it right off the bone.
Oh man, how you doing, man?
I'm alive. You know, every day I wake up now. You know, I'm always thankful now. Like before, I just wake up like another day of work, whatever. But now I wake up and I'm just like, man, I'm just glad I made it another day.
Yeah, I know the feelings. I know the feeling, man. I think I'm about to get rid of my cable, man.
I haven't had cable in years.
Yeah. Apparently a lot of people are going that route. I'm still one of the dinosaurs that still have cable. Like I literally just paid like $340 for my cable, man. Like I didn't realize that the tax went up again. So yeah. I'm putting it together because I got 2 Fire Sticks in the house. So I'm like, I could have been did this. You know, all I need is Wi-Fi. So I added it all up. It's literally like less than half of what I'm paying now. So
yeah, I think I'm trying to remember. I think I just read that if you get not the Fire Stick, but what's the other one? Roku.
Yeah.
That they actually have free cable on there. There's a section in it where you can actually, because I have a Roku, but I never use it. And I was just reading, like, people don't realize that it has free cable channels on there.
How much you want for your Roku?
I'll find it. You can have it.
Okay.
I just gotta find it. And I was like, man, I didn't know that because, so like I just use the Fire Sticks and I just watch like app stuff, you know, a lot of stuff like that. And but yeah, that $300, like imagine like that's basically $3,600 a year if you save that. You got the cable, just said I'm gonna put that in a savings account, $3,600 a year that you can save up and do things with. And I don't miss it. You know, if me and Mike want to watch a game or something, I could usually get it in on the Fire Stick on one of the apps that I have on there. And then 2, if it's a big enough game, like we're always at the home Ravens games, and then if it's a big enough game where we want to watch something not at home, we'll just go out to the bar or somewhere and just watch something and, you know, eat while we're out.
I was trying to figure out what do I watch on regular TV that I would need, like just the cable. Like, I was like, only thing I can think of was the Olympics. I'm like, I don't watch nothing else. Like either that or the World Cup.
$300 for the Olympics.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Get that. You know, and then like, you know, did your mom got cable?
She got DirecTV, but she done cut everything out, and she said she's about to go the same route now.
But if like, so I know somebody who has DirecTV, and when they come visit or whatever, they just sign in. They go on whatever app, and it says please enter on the Fire Stick. You can download whatever channel you want. So if you only watch like HGTV or whatever, download that, and it says sign into your account, and you can put your DirecTV information in and watch everything on there too. So it's not like you have to do anything.
Yeah. It looks like I might be swinging that way. I was gonna get Sling, but Sling costs too goddamn much. I might as well just keep watching regular TV. So yeah, man, I'm just going. You find your Roku, we in there.
Because cable gets you because they charge you for every box in the house. So like,
Yeah.
$99, and then next thing you know, by the time you get the taxes and 8 boxes and everything like that, that $99 is $250.
Mm-hmm. And I think the first year I was here, they charged me for a box I didn't even have because they said I had it from my old house, and I was like, "Nah, I gave y'all that already." Like, they're like, "No, you have it." I'm like, "No, I do not. Stop charging me. Give me my money back." It was like, "Well, we only can pay you for the first 6 months. We can't pay you for the rest of that."
Get that.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I think after May when I pay them, I think I'm just gonna cut it off, man, and go the app route.
That's all I do, man. It's probably been 5 years at least since I've had cable, and I'm doing just fine without it.
Yeah.
That money I'm using to do other things with.
Yeah, because I was telling my mom, I was like, I just need Peacock, give me Hulu, maybe Paramount Plus,
That's $30 right there if you pay.
Yeah, and then our engineer, she has the rest of them, so I just log into hers, and then
yep, all you gotta do is put them apps on the Fire Stick, whatever you have, and then boom, that's all I do.
I'm paying. I think I pay $80 for Wi-Fi, so 80 plus 30.
Man, what kind of Wi-Fi you got?
Oh no, it's because we need it because of the editing and all that stuff. So yeah, so $80 for Wi-Fi.
I paid $34.99 for Verizon
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
I seen that. There was a deal on Xfinity for $19.99. I was like, yeah, we added too much. So and then it's 20, I think it's 50, and then it's 80. So I'm gonna see how the 50 looks. If the 50 works fine, then we might just do 50. So 50 plus 30, that's $80. $80 is way better than $340 any day of the week. So
yeah, I saw the 50, but if you do automatic payments, that 50 goes down to like 39.
Really?
Yep. That's what I do. So it was like $50, and then I was like, well, Comcast has this, and they were like, well, we can match it, but you got to do automatic payments. So it's like $34.99 now. It went from like 50 to $34.99.
See, look at that. See, now I'm paying $60. Bro, that's a whole $100 in my pocket. I mean, $300 in my pocket. Like,
absolutely.
Shit. I'm bullshitting, y'all. I'm bullshitting. So, I just got invited to this group on Facebook, right?
There's a lot of weird groups.
Yeah, this is the name of the group. Beyond Submissive Reloaded. That's the name of the group. Yeah. Weirdness. So this is the question that they had in the group. I want to hear your answer to this. Because we both went through this at one point, but not what he's going through, but you know what I mean. So, question. I used to date a woman with kids. She got up at 5 a.m. to get her and them ready. My ass stayed asleep until about 6:30. When I got up, I usually made them breakfast. She said I was wrong and I need to get up at 5 with her to help the kids out. That is not my responsibility, or am I wrong? And I don't live there. I just stay there some nights.
And it's not his kids.
It's not his kids.
Fuck that. I don't get up I didn't get up with her when it was my kids.
Right?
Like, that's your job as a mother, to get up and you take care of that. Like, my job is to be the breadwinner. So I get my sleep. I go win the bread, basically. Bring that home, and you take care of the kids.
Yeah, like if he's not there every day, and the days he do get up, he just decides to make them breakfast. You need to just take that. Like that's a good deed, because he didn't have to do that. He could have just got up and got dressed and went to work like everybody else.
Wow, left your kids sitting there hungry.
Yeah, like, why do I gotta get up at 5? What am I helping you with?
Right.
You have a routine already. What you need me for?
Want somebody to be up with you.
Right. To have a conversation with you while no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, a lot of people in the comments are like, no, he's not wrong. That's not his responsibility.
Not at all.
But then some people also said, because I did at first when I first read it, I was like, if you date the woman, you get the package deal. You take the kids with her. But now that I'm reading into it, like, no, why do I gotta get up? Like that's fucking me up right there. Like, why do I get up at 5? Like, and why you now just saying something?
Right. So if you're saying you get the package deal, then that means that she's getting the package deal. She's getting some of that money for her bills and for her ass too. So she needs to let that man.
Yeah, like if you're, why are you just now saying something? Why are you waiting now? Like, you've been doing this. I sleep. Like, why are you trying to wake me up out of my routine? Like,
Because she's tired of being out, but she's hoping one day she's going to be like, can you just get it for me?
oh, just this off the humble. I'm just going to like, oh, I'm gonna get up at 5 with you. No,
Go ahead. You've been getting up at 5 every day. Go ahead and sleep in. Nope.
nah, not at all. Not. Oh man. So I sent you the video of the man helping the woman. So people at home, there's a video going around. There's a man who saw a woman. I don't know what that exercise called. It's glute something. And he brought a mat to the lady, but she felt like he was aggressive when he gave her the mat, and she told him, go about his business. And she called him weird. You go to the gym way more than I do. Would you put a mat underneath her?
Nope.
Would
I wouldn't even talk to her.
You wouldn't talk to her?
Wouldn't even acknowledge her.
Okay.
Like when me and Junior go to the gym,
yep.
Like we always pick out the same 4 or 5 girls that come in, and like, even he's at the point now, 14 years old, and he can be like, that girl's only coming in to do squats because she wants a nice butt. This girl's just coming in because she just wants attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nope, not doing it. Like these girls who go to the gym, like, I don't like when guys stare. I don't like when people talk to me. I don't like the attention. Half these girls are wearing pants that pretty much are see-through yoga pants.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming in here. Like, I've never seen so many girls get dressed up in yoga pants with their hair, makeup, shoes matching, top matching, all this just to go to the gym. Like when I go to the gym, I'll wear whatever basketball shorts, a cutoff sleeveless t-shirt, and whatever messed up shoes I throw on, because for me, I'm all about getting a hard workout, and I don't care if you like, man, this guy looks fly.
Yeah, I remember when we used to go to the gym together. You used to say the same thing. You used to say like, "Oh, look at her over there. Yo. Like she just trying. She's trying to be seen."
Yep. And
that was before they have the outfits now. Like the outfits now are like, they look like goddamn Avengers walking into the gym. So,
right. Like, and it's one of those things. Like, you don't want the attention, but yet you dress like it.
mm-hmm.
And then when somebody does approach you because you want them to notice you and see you, I'm like, man, like, look at that. Then you want to be like, oh, this guy's a creep. He's weird, whatever. No, you just want the attention, and now you're trying to deflect on this guy.
Mm-hmm. So, what about the people who say I can wear what the fuck I want? I should be able to walk into the gym whatever I want on.
I'm okay with that. Like, you wear whatever you want, but when you wear that, you gotta understand that there's, I don't want to say consequences, but for every action there's a reaction. You wear something with your boobs hanging out and your ass hanging out, whatever. You wear those like little compression bike shorts that barely come over your butt.
Yeah, those be crazy.
I see women in the gym with that all the time for those step classes and everything. Mm-hmm. Don't be offended if a guy, it's natural. People are going to look, whether it's a guy or girl, a little kid, whatever. Somebody's going to look. So don't be offended because you chose to wear that. Just like as a guy, like if I wear some bike shorts in there and somebody's like, oh my God, the guy's got a little dick, whatever. I can't get mad.
Right.
I chose to wear that. Like whether a guy stares at me or a woman stares at me, whatever the case might be, I got to take that.
Yo, we should definitely get Rosa on here and have her talk about it, because that's what she wears. That's like her clothing line, like this Body by Rosa. So we should definitely get her on here and talk about that. That would be an interesting conversation.
Oh, trust me, like I said, like I wear, like to me, like I see these guys come in here. I saw this one kid. He looked like Jersey Shore. Like he had his hair did, like everything was matching. Fresh outfit, like everything was brand new. The shirt, the shorts, the shoes all matched. And I'm like, wow. Like I'm coming here, I'm gonna kick it weight. I'm gonna kick it out the way. I'm gonna do whatever I got. Like I don't care if my shoes get scuffed up. Like I leave there and like people look at me like, man, this dude's slumming it.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like I'm not there to look
Yeah,
good
they
for
do the
you.
2-for-1. Yeah, they 2-for-1 it. Like they're gonna get a nice little workout, and then they're gonna pick somebody up on the way there. So
I don't care
that's just
about
like
that
the dudes
stuff.
that take their shirt off at the gym for no reason. They just all of a sudden just take their shirt off.
Yeah.
They just want to be
We
seen.
got guys like that at the gym too, and I'm just like, again, every action is a reaction. You know, if a guy stares at you, or let's say you get somebody from the alphabet gang that comes up and tries to talk to you, whatever, don't be offended. Like
Right.
you wanted to show off. You know, they're appreciating what you were showing off.
Indeed. Speaking of Alphabet Gang, Dave Chappelle is doing his Netflix Sucks festival, and somebody bum rushed the stage, and he olayed him, and then the security took care of the rest. They dislocated the guy's arm, busted his face up, they did a number on him. Also, there's been reports that Jamie Foxx was inside that group doing a number on him. And they also said Busta Rhymes was backstage asking if he needed any help.
The bus was busting off.
Yeah, I mean. And then also Chris Rock was there, and he came on stage and he said, "Is that Will Smith?" How do you feel about that whole situation, sir?
So one, I think Chris has a hall pass at this point.
Yeah.
He can make fun because he knows Will's not doing shit because he's got so much backlash that he can pretty much say what he wants about Jada at this point. He knows Will's not going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, even this shit, like I saw one a couple weeks ago where T.I. went up on stage and confronted a comedian, whatever. Like, if I'm a comedian, the tickets and all that said, do not get on stage, do not whatever. I'd have slapped the shit out of T.I.
Yeah.
And yeah, his security might have handled me or dealt with me, but at the same time, T.I. would have caught this hand. Same thing with this, Dave Chappelle shit. Like, that's their territory, their home, just like professional wrestling. It was always that thing where like you don't come in the ring, you don't jump those barriers, because once you do, like I saw Macho Man and Triple H put hands on people and beat that ass.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, again, every action has a reaction. Like I'm not for going up in anybody's space. This is how the people make a living. For the last 100 years of seeing comedy shows and everything, people their job is to push the button that is going to get the reaction. You go up there with a lame, show. We could. This is a good question for Uncle Poochie because he does that shit.
Yep.
So how would he react? Something like that. But that's their job. Like their job is to push buttons. They're going to pick the guy out in the front row with the brightest shirt on, with the hottest girl, with the biggest muscles, and they're going to start taking jabs at you. And you should think that it's all in fun and games, fair game, whatever. But once you get on stage, you cross that line. You invaded his space, so whatever happens. Same as in Vegas. You get caught cheating back in the 70s, 80s, and all that, 90s, and I'm sure it still happens now in some places.
Absolutely.
They would take you to that back room, and then you'd be lucky if you make it out alive, but you'd never cheat again if you did.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
So
stupid games, stupid prizes.
Yeah, true. And then they said he had a fake gun that had a real knife on it. So he was about to do harm to Dave. So I see why they took it there, but I don't think Jamie Foxx should have did anything. I think Jamie Foxx should have stayed out of it.
Allegedly did something.
Allegedly, because he said I thought it was part of the show. That's what he said. He thought
until shit got real, and then allegedly.
So, if this alleged event did take place, will my man get money?
There'll probably be some type of small settlement out of court, whether it's with the participants who allegedly did whatever, or most likely it'll probably be the casino, wherever it was, the people that that own the facility, because they'll say, hey, you should have provided security for even this guy not to be up there. Your security wasn't. they'll flip whatever around to say my guy's the victim. So he'll get something.
Oh yeah, they're gonna Travis Scott this one. They're gonna Travis Scott this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have had guys in the front, like you know
They
what I
do
mean.
that whole Donald thing where like, oh, the coffee was too hot, spilled on me. I got paid $1 million. Like somehow they'll flip it to saying your security was supposed to protect me from him as much as they're protecting him from me.
You saw his arm though.
I was telling Junior about that. I'm like, man, his arm was like completely bent the other way.
Yeah, like like because you know they're gonna say it's security. Then there's what the fuck they did. Like, you know what I mean, like
They could broke both his hands and his
right.
arm.
Like they didn't have to do all that. That in my opinion, they didn't have to do all that. So allegedly they didn't have to do all that. But yeah, like say we do a live show, right? And, you know, we say some things that women don't like a lot of the time, right? So if a woman come on stage, you know, and starts swinging, what's going to happen?
Look, again, like I'm not going up on stage and put my hands on nobody at their place of business for doing their job. If I'm up on stage, I expect the same thing. So, guy, girl, 8-year-old kid, I don't care. Somebody's catching hands.
Come on, say we're going to have a live show soon. So somebody's girlfriend's going to say, "Yo, you gonna let them talk to me like that?" And he's going to try to Will Smith us.
Yep. And that if it's a little kid, we'll put a little boot right to his ass and boot right off the stage. Like, get out of here. And then, whoever else.
Oh man. So I'm gonna make sure we don't sit low. We're gonna have high seats when we do our show.
Y'all part of that weave flies.
It's gonna look like 97 Yankee game when we was in the bleachers. Oh man. So that was that. Welcome back, sir.
It kicked me off. I don't know what the hell.
But you made it back. Yeah, it's gonna be like the 97 playoff game, man. We was about to have a little scuffle.
Throwing hot dogs and stuff. I'll be up on stage throwing hot dogs at people.
So, the Kardashians. The Kardashians were in the news again. First and foremost, I think the curtain is getting pulled back a little too much for them.
Hot. The seat's getting hot.
Yeah, like the reality is really getting real for them. So first, they said that Kanye lied. One, he did not get the sex tape.
So who's saying that? Is that the Kardashians or is that Ray J?
Ray J, and he says he has the DMs to prove it, and we'll have it up on the screen somewhere. He has some DMs to prove it. He said it wasn't. I need to stop lying. He said you and your mama, y'all orchestrated this whole shit, and now y'all trying to make me look like I'm the whole predator and you're the victim. Let's tackle that first.
So again, this happened 20 years ago, 20 whatever it was, and my man still got DMs.
Yeah, he has whole text messages from 20 years ago.
That's some Bill Clinton type stuff. Monica Lewinsky kept the dress after all those years. Right?
Yo, you know he had to call like T-Mobile and like, yo, I need I need the files. Send the files over.
He probably kept that old phone, everything
just in
on
case.
it. Yep. But yeah, we knew the mom was always like the orchestrator of getting her kids fame and fortune and signing these deals and putting them in. A lot of these pictures I'm sure are staged when they're wearing these outfits out or whatever, or like mom's giving them advice on what to wear, what to say. Like she's always been like that, like evil little witch in the background, like puppet master pulling the strings. Yeah. She knew she got everybody the bag, and it worked for him. So.
And you know me, right? As long as we've been talking, I've been a whole Kardashian, supporter. I cape for them all the time, and they geniuses. But yeah, it's getting hot for him. It's getting hot for him. Like the fact that he kept the text messages.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a cease and desist order sent out to him immediately. And some type of, that's not the case. There's all kind of stuff about to hit the fan now because that seat's warming up.
And then it's like, in case you didn't know, this is Ray J. Like, when you say that in the text,
right?
That means you've been dodging him for a very long time and you're not trying to listen to what's going on. So, yeah. If I was Ray J, I'll sue. I would sue.
Like who cares what's on the rest of the sex tape? I guess a lot of people care that. Like, somebody paid good money for that.
For the second tape? I don't think I want to see the second tape.
I'm sure the second tape's going to be whatever position, she let them know all this, whatever. The money shot, whatever you want to.
Right. And they're probably like at his house or something. It's not even like on vacation or nothing. Like,
yeah, but there's some fat, overweight, 400-pound white guy who's a 48-year-old virgin who's just like, man, I'm willing to pay $9.99.
Yeah.
To watch a 3-minute video online, and there's some company that's willing to give him $2 million for that tape so they can.
Oh, you already know. You already know Janet Jameson waiting. She in the wings. Like, yep, come on.
I wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't already had offers from her and others saying, "Hey, we'll buy that."
Exactly.
And he could do what he wants with it, sell it, But then again, these new laws, is that any type of,
Exactly.
bullying at this point?
It was consensual.
I guess at that time, not to be shared with other people is what they want to say.
I guess if he like offers her a part of the proceeds, he probably could get away with it. But yeah, if he just do it and just take the money for himself, it's not gonna work out for him.
She ain't taking that money because she don't want to look like worse than what she already does.
Yeah. So sue Ray J. Take it to court. Like Black China did.
Put that shit out.
Black China took them to court, them being the Kardashians / Jenners, and try to sue for $100 million for defamation of character. This trial was so unnecessary and so much a waste of the taxpayers' money. The state of California should be upset.
Now, I know you never agree when I say this.
Go ahead.
Black China is one of them people I truly believe is broke. She might have a couple dollars in the bank, but I don't think she has enough to be living the life she lived.
Now, when you say broke, you're not saying broke like us, right?
No, I'm saying like she don't have millions of dollars in the bank.
Okay. For once, I'm agreeing with you.
She might have a couple 100,000 or whatever, right. And she
may got 800,000. But that's just about it.
She's not a millionaire. She's not got that kind of money. Like, she could go broke tomorrow with one bad business decision, move, or somebody hack her account. She's done.
Okay. You're gonna find out right now. The Google machine is gonna Google.
I'll be interested to see what Google says, because I watched an interview with Chad Johnson the other day, and it said that he was only worth like $1 million or something like that. And he pulled up his account on a podcast and was like, "What's that say?" And it was like 15 million. And he was like, "No, go ahead and say the number." They were like 15 million. He was like, "This is just one of my accounts." He was like, "Well, Google's telling you I'm only worth like $1 million."
So, Wealthy Gorilla says she's worth 1.6. Then Celebrity Net Worth says she's worth 10 million. But that's the same thing. That's the same place that said I was worth 5 million. So we don't trust them.
You got 5 million?
Yeah, that's what it says. When I looked up, when you look up the Justice, it says worth $5 million. And then Films Yappa says she's worth 10 million. So she's in between 1 million and 10 million.
I would say I can believe the 1.6, but in reality, after whatever she spent,
that's like liquid and all that. Like, it's not all in her hand.
Yeah, she's probably, like you said, it's probably half of that, probably 800,000.
Yeah, because even Oprah, she was like, "Yeah, I got 3 billion, but I don't have 3 billion in the bank."
Right.
So yeah,
that's why she did the lawsuit. She needs some money. Like, the problem is she's worth 1.6. Let's say 800. She's paying a lot of legal fees.
Yeah,
that bag's going down quick. So how's she replenishing it?
So she want to go
have a baby.
Yeah, or strip again.
Better find somebody that got some money to have a baby with.
Yeah, but apparently she don't watch her kids.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
They only drop her off on Sundays. The way they make it sound.
Don't go near her because she might try to trap you.
Right. So I'm thinking. So could they make her look foolish, which of course it was going to happen. The Kardashians do what the Kardashians do. They made her look foolish. She was saying that she had like emails and text messages and recordings of them saying she's dirty, she's trash, she's poor. I don't know why she's over here. Rob made a big mistake dealing with her. And she thought that E was going to have her back. She went to E saying, I need y'all to co-sign that they've been saying this stuff about me this whole entire time. And that's why our show didn't get renewed. The Kardashians been making E money for at least 10 years.
Yep.
So yeah,
you don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Right. Even though they left E, that don't mean nothing. Like motherfuckers.
Yeah, anything can happen. Next day
Exactly.
they be right back. And then it's like there's people, I get people in my job all the time, like, I'm gonna get a lawyer. Okay, your lawyer makes about $100 an hour. I work for $1 billion company. Our lawyers are making thousands of dollars an hour.
Yep.
Working here, and you think you're going to compete? Come on, like even if you got one lawyer, our company probably has a team of 100 lawyers ready. So how are you going to compete with that? The Kardashians have $100 billion between all of them, and probably got 100 lawyers, and you're going to go in there with one lawyer because you can barely afford that one.
Yeah, they said that the collective is worth $3 billion.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And that's probably without Kylie and,
Yeah.
because she's allegedly worth $1 billion herself.
No, that went down. So she's like 900 million.
Oh, almost $1 billion.
Yeah.
But still, like
Kim is at 1.4, after the split with Kanye took his 2 and change with him. So she's 1.4. Kylie is 900 million. The mom is 50 million. Chloe is at like 30 million, and Courtney is at like 25. Like they just sitting on money, bro.
Right. And then they got Travis Barker married into the family now.
Yeah, and then they said, and then Rob has 10 million from selling socks.
I don't know if Rob has 10 million. I think he's more like Black China. I think he's like the low man on the totem pole. He's struggling somewhere. Maybe net worth, maybe 1.5, 2 million, but I don't think he's got $1 million in the bank.
His stocks were very popular at one point. But yeah, I don't hear nobody talking about it anymore. But yeah, man. So Black China lost going up against them, and now she has to pay them $10 million because
I like to see where that's coming from.
they countersued. It was like, yeah, you talk about us, countersued $10 million. So now most likely they're gonna do the whole 50 Cent thing. They're gonna be hunting her down for the rest of her life to get their damn money.
I was just going to say, because there's people that you go to court right now, get in a car accident, go to court, you can win $1 million. You ain't never going to see a penny, because if they don't have money to give you, you're not going to get anything. Congratulations, you won the settlement. Somebody said that you won the word won, but at the end of the day, you're not getting anything. You can't get a penny out of it.
Right. Or she could have did the whole, the broke way, got the lawyer, don't pay him up front, and just let him get a third or whatever you win. So he's going to find a way to win, so he can get at least a third or something. But yeah, no, 10 million out the way.
I would be surprised within the next 30 days you don't see something saying that she filed bankruptcy, to which she won't have to pay.
She has to. She has to. So, one last thing with the Kardashian clan. Pete Davidson. Fucking Pete.
This man gonna get beat up.
Tattooed Kim's initials and Kanye's 3 oldest children's initials on his neck. At this point, as a man, Kanye need to put hands on him.
He came out the other day talking some smack about Kanye or whatever. Like, this guy is just like, I'm assuming he thinks that his security is always going to protect him.
Bruh.
But there's always somebody out there that can put hands on you when your security, even if they're close enough. All it takes is somebody getting that one hit on you or doing something, they can get up close enough to stick you, your security, whatever. Can't do anything about that. You're going to bleed out.
Bruh. And you know what's crazy? Kanye's not saying anything. Like, Kanye finally shut up, and he's still doing stupid shit.
And everybody thought it was Kanye.
Right.
Everybody thought it was Kanye egging this man on, poking him, and all this. And the man, I haven't heard Kanye say anything. I haven't even seen him really in the news besides allegedly going to get that tape back. But
that's it. So is it all on him, or is it the mom too?
I think Kim knows this shit's going to fuel the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like any publicity for the Kardashians is good publicity. So she knows, like, hey,
get him fucked up though.
Hey, I'm sure she said, if you do this, you're gonna blow Kanye's mind. And he's like, okay, you like it? Yeah, I like it. Okay, go ahead and do it.
So, and then she also said she wants to get married one more time. She said the 4th time's the charm.
Bro, if you were dating Kim and she said, I think this would look good on you, you're going to probably do it, right?
No.
She's going to be like, look, you want in this, you got to get a tattoo. You're probably like, okay, cool, I'm in.
Bruh. Yeah, he needs his ass whooped. I at first it was my daughter sitting on your lap. That right there, that constituted the ass whooping in itself. Right? Then it was the text message while you was in bed with my soon-to-be ex-wife, talking real spicy, and then you take a picture and send it to me. Now you tattooing my kids' initials on your neck. 3 strikes you out, bro. Like, there's nothing else we can talk about.
This is the court. Like, his lawyers, Kanye's lawyers are going to say, look, my guy he was pushed over the limit. He was pushed over the edge. Like, what would you want him to do, besides, calling the police? The police ain't going to take a report on that. I'm being harassed because he sent me a picture. Nope. What else is there to do? Like, how much can a man take, when they're going to say, like, he loves his wife, he loves his family, he loves his kids, and this guy's just constantly provoking him, pushing him over the edge.
Now, heaven forbid, he takes it too far. Now it's a crime of passion. This is a point where, like, bro, like, I had no choice. Like, he kept bothering me. I had to take him away.
Look, Kanye, if you're listening, drop me a bag and I'll run up on Pete for you, because they're not going to expect me. They're just going to be like, oh, this guy just want an autograph. Yeah, sign this, and I'm going to jab him real quick for you because I'm going to get close enough to get hands on him or, whatever. Give me a bag.
They're going to be like, Eminem punched Pete Davidson.
They'll be like, Eminem came up for autograph and boom.
Just wear a Detroit hat. Like, Eminem.
I might walk out with 2 broken hands and my arm all bent like this. But that bag's gonna get me. I got health insurance. I'll use the insurance to take care of this stuff, and then I use the money. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Like, Kanye's gonna pay somebody to get close enough, and the security. Like, how much are these security getting paid? $10,000, $20,000. Kanye's gonna be like, I'll drop you $1 million if you either put hands on him for me or just move out the way and let me get to him.
That's it.
Everybody could be bought.
Yeah, we seen that all the time.
Yep.
He'll be standing like this, and then all of a sudden he's gonna start moving.
Yep.
He's gonna look around like, Kim?
What's going on?
Kim?
Where's Kim at? Well, nope. All you're gonna see is Kanye. The wall's gonna part.
Yep.
Kanye's gonna walk in. The wall's gonna close so nobody can see anything, and that's gonna be it.
That's it. Knocked his silly ass out.
I hate Steve. And even before he got with Kim, like years ago, like, he's just like always like, what is he famous for? Like, he's just nothing.
I don't find him funny, bruh.
I find him funny looking. Like, he's a clown.
Yeah. So he got on Saturday Night Live. He lucked out because there was nobody else there at the time. There was nobody funny there. Like, Maya and them was fading away. So he was that new generation. But I don't find him funny. Like, he's that era of Saturday Night Live that people didn't watch. It's like, we're not watching this anymore until Keenan showed up.
millennial era. Like nobody cares
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. And then I was watching the one show about his life. It was horrible, bro. Like I'm like, yo, you're not funny. Like, what are you here for? Like, then I thought he was black this whole time. I didn't know what was going on. He just dirty. I don't know what. Like,
Yeah. I look at him as dirty. I'm like, how does she let him in? Like, what? Like, come on.
bruh, the
But then look at
generosity of
his
women,
sister.
bruh.
You know, she's with Travis Barker. Like, you look at Travis Barker, and you're like, man, come on, man. Like,
Yo, he was at the Met Gala. Bruh, and I know he got burnt over half his body, but bro, like he looks weird in like real life. Like he got Bam Bam Bigelow tattoos on his head, bro. Like he just looks. And if y'all think we hating, fuck y'all. We're not hating. They can have them, but I'm just saying these motherfuckers are weirdos. Okay,
yeah, I think they're weirdos, and that seems to be like 2022 is where it's at. Like weirdos.
they're winning. They definitely winning. So yeah, man. What's that? What's the topic you got?
Let me pull it up real quick on my Fizzle phony.
Handy dandy phony.
All right, so a seventh grade teacher in New York teaches a class on slavery.
Oh shit.
Uh, and you know how this usually goes when a teacher decides to teach a class on slavery.
Yeah.
So he brought cotton in. He had the students pick the seeds out of the cotton while wearing handcuffs so they would know what it felt like to be a slave and be shackled while you're picking cotton. They
Please
picked
tell me
the
he was a black
seeds
teacher.
out of the cotton. Nope, wasn't a black teacher.
Ah.
So Mr. Teacher is on administrative leave, probably going to be fired at this point, clearly.
He's definitely
Um,
getting fired at this point.
but at what point, like, it's 2022 again? Why is this still a thing? Like, why are we doing? Like, where do you think that this is going to lead to? Saying, hey, I'm gonna bring some cotton in. I'm going to have you. And matter of fact, let me add another thing. The school was considered a brown and brown school, meaning that it was black kids and Spanish,
Uh-huh.
Latino, it's in New York. So they called it the brown community, brown and brown school. So all the kids were brown and had
Uh-huh.
them pick the seeds of the cotton out while being handcuffed so they would know what it felt like.
Okay.
Now, on one hand,
Uh-huh.
let's play devil's advocate.
Yeah, I was trying. You know, I was trying.
I'm trying. So, like, there's certain things like, you always want to be like, man, this was, we see the runaway slave houses and they're like, oh, let's go in the basement. Look how cramped it was. Like, look what they had to climb through. Look at the quarters they had to stay in. You want that experience. Like when you go there on these museum tours and you're like climbing through these little buildings and you're doing all this stuff. And like, man, this was a struggle. I can maybe that's where he was going. I'm trying to think like maybe this is what he was like, hey, look at the struggle. But at the end of the day, like you just did everything wrong.
Yeah. So I was hoping there were white kids in the class so he can be the one like, you know what? I'm gonna show the white kids, what it was like, break the barrier. I was hoping that. But since this is a brown and brown school, maybe he was just getting his rocks off of, I'm handcuffing these black kids. He have a story to tell with his friends when he go out to happy hour. Like, yo, guess what I did today? I got these.
I got all these ass little kids that handcuff themselves and pick cotton.
You wouldn't believe it. I got pictures. Look at this.
Yeah, they were picking the seeds out, man. You should have saw this.
And they pay me for it. They just fucking pay me for this shit.
Right, they pay me to do this shit. These kids are so stupid they'll never know. Like who does this though? Like, like like I've been to a lot of museums and a lot of things like historical places and everything, and you always try to, in your mind, envision
Mm-hmm.
what it was like at that time. You go to Fort McHenry. You
Yeah.
always try to envision like there was a war, like there's cannonballs flying all over the place. Like you try to put yourself in that state of mind.
Yeah.
But this here is like, no, like how do you put how do you put yourself in that state of mind? How do you want somebody to like pick cotton while handcuffed? Like what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's like if we go to the Blacks and Wax Museum and we go to the slave ship part, and they put us on the planks, like, hey, just sit here for a little while. We'll be right back. Like, no, man, no. Teachers, I get it. You want to be revolutionary and you want to, keep, the history alive of slavery, but we don't need you to have us pick cotton. I wish Triz would come home and like, hey, guess what I did today? I picked some cotton. Like,
right. Like I would find that teacher at happy hour bragging, and I'd
right,
be like, "Oh man, that's a cool story. That was my kid." Like,
right.
fuck you about to pick this cotton right now out your teeth.
Yo, he's gonna get Dave Chappelle, bro. Like, I'm Dave Chappelle, this man. If you got my child picking fucking cotton,
Right. Like no, you don't send your kids to school for that. And that, all that does is just creates more separation in the
yeah,
races and the cultures and everything because everybody's like, now it'll be all these white people are racist. Not all white people are racist.
no,
Like,
some of them just dumb. Some of them,
yeah,
like, he might not even be racist. He just fucking stupid.
yeah, he just dumb. He just made a bad decision and said, "Hey,
Right
I thought this was going to be a good idea to show them the experience, but that's just dumb."
now, devil advocate time. Same teacher. No, I'm sorry. Black teacher, all white school did the same thing.
I think it would be acceptable
Why?
because I think in the society we live in, like when we talk about reparations and things like that, it's like we
Yeah,
don't
don't
know.
get us started on that. We be here all night with that one.
Right. So nobody can say, no white person can say, oh, I know what it was like to be handcuffed. I know what it was like to be working out in them fields. Like nobody that I know,
Right.
so I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, hey, try this on for a day, see what it was like, whatever the case might be, coming from a black teacher who can talk about it and say, hey, my family, because let's be realistic, the black teacher probably never picked cotton. But he
Never.
could just tell stories of his family, generations, whatever.
So
And
Junior
yeah,
comes home and says, Dad, I picked cotton today.
I wouldn't be mad.
Okay.
I wouldn't,
See,
because
this
at
is why
the,
they
at
love
the
you.
end of
This
the
is why they love you and they don't like me. This is exactly why they love you.
yeah, we see, and I'm always about equality. I don't care if it's white, black, right or wrong. Like whatever the case might be, like I always want equality with things. Like I don't race bait. I hate people that race bait. Like
Oh
if
yeah, I
if
know.
it's good for the whites, then it should be good for the blacks. If it's good for the blacks, be good for the whites. Like I'm okay with my son learning
Uh-huh.
history and coming home and saying, man, like this really. So I try to teach him life lessons every day when we go out and we see things or do things. For example, we are driving down two examples. We were driving down the street and there was this kid at the dance studio outside dancing, making TikTok videos, whatever. And he was like, man, look at that kid over there dancing. People probably gonna think he's crazy. I was like, what they need to be thinking is at least he's not out getting in trouble. He's not out gang banging. He's not out robbing people. The man's just over here making TikTok videos. Who cares?
He might make $1 million one day off them TikTok
Might be
videos.
making $1 million. Like, right. Like for people to, drive by and be like, man, what's this dude doing? Whatever case may leave the man alone. He's not doing anything. He's not getting in trouble. Like, let him live his life.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, his baseball team played against another baseball team today, and it was an all black team. Well, there was maybe one or two white kids on the baseball team. Weren't good at all. And the parents on our side was like, man, these kids suck, blah, blah, blah. So when Junior gets in the car, he was like, man, I felt bad for them kids. I was like, so did I. I was like, because everybody over here is saying, oh man, these kids suck. I'm like, but at least they're out here trying. They're not out here after school getting in trouble, robbing people again. Like whatever you want to say about black people, out getting in trouble, doing whatever. They're on this field, they're playing a game, they're trying to learn, whatever the case might be. I'm like, these kids might turn around, play these same kids on a football field or a basketball court. They might smoke the shit out you.
Mm-hmm.
But they're trying to learn another sport. They're trying to come together as a team. They're trying to work. So like, I'm not mad at anybody out there trying to do the right thing and have fun and stay out of trouble. Like, I don't give a shit what color you are. If you suck at it or not, like, I got nothing, bad against it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because we didn't have anything, even when I played football, I still got out early enough, to still do the dumb shit that kids do. So yeah, just for kids to have something, for themselves.
Today there was where we played at. There were some other kids hanging around. There was a lacrosse game going on for two schools there. There were some bad kids hanging around that are exactly what I would assume. Like these are the troublemaker kids right here. That they're yelling stuff and saying stuff and
Like what you used to do.
Right, right, exactly what I used to do. And I'm like, why can't just be like these kids? Don't make fun of these kids on the field trying. It's like you're looking down upon them because you're like, oh, these kids are lame. They're over here playing baseball. No, they're not. Like they don't need to be like you.
Right. And when I played football, we was like 1-12. So yeah, so we were the kids that was yelling at and saying you suck, but could be busting you over your head, like.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, man, I get it. Yeah, the white teacher he dumb as hell. Hope he's enjoying his vacation. He only got a couple months left. He got a couple months left. He be out of there. So that's fucking insane. It was in upstate New York, or was it like in the city?
I had to figure it out. No, I think it was more. Yeah, I don't know if it wasn't directly.
And they did the parents say like what how he get caught? Like the kids was like, hey, we picked cotton.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have did it. You would have kissed my ass. Yeah, we would have had a whole revolution in there.
I mean, he's this guy. I didn't see a picture of him, but he's probably like the nerdiest.
Yeah, he probably looked like Mr. Cameron.
Like the cornball white guy who's like, everybody picks on or whatever, and this probably
man. So yeah, man. So one, if you are taking care of your kids at 5 a.m. and I get up at 6:30, let me fucking sleep. I'll see you at 6:30. And if you come to the gym with a string up your ass, just be ready for somebody to ask you, do you want a mat underneath your butt because you look uncomfortable, doing hip thrusts. That's what it is. It's a hip thrust. Couldn't figure out the fucking exercise. And the best friend says, do not run up on us when we do our live show, or you'll end up like the dude on Dave Chappelle. The Kardashians, congratulations. You are the toxic people of the week. Because y'all did too much in this fucking week for my goddamn life.
Right, take a vacation at this point.
Right? Like, congratulations, y'all dethroned the Smiths. That's very fucking hard to do, But they're in India right now, so that's why.
It was. They were like, oh, the Smiths getting all this attention. Nobody's talking about us, and now boom, right back in limelight.
Yep. See, the Smiths is in India right now, minding their business. So, yeah, the Kardashians, you are the toxic people of the week. And don't fucking handcuff black and brown kids.
While they pick cotton.
Right. Unless they did a crime. If they did a crime and they're in Alabama and they're on the chain gang, yes, do that.
Like somebody, like for me personally, like what does a seed inside cotton look like?
He could have just brought the cotton seed, bruh. Like he could have did that. Like he could have literally did like a diagram. The cotton seed, the cotton, the bush is on.
What happened when we were in school and they used to bring it in like, hey, feel it, touch it, see what it's like.
That's it.
Pass it around, let everybody see what like cotton looks like. Not hey, while you're at it, let me handcuff you and pick the seeds out of it.
Bruh. Like he could have got the seed, he could have got a cotton ball, and he could have got a t-shirt. That's it.
My man had his own stuff at home. He was doing a side business of making t-shirts. He just needed a little, help. And he couldn't get these little kids from China, these little sweatshops. So he created his own. He's an entrepreneur.
He definitely had an agenda. What it was, I don't know, because I know from working inside the school, they have meetings. Each grade have meetings with each other to talk about the curriculum. Yeah. He did not tell this. He did not tell them that. He left that out.
Maybe somebody approved that shit thinking it was a good idea. Or he said, hey, I'm going to bring it in for show and tell, and not told him that, hey, I'm also going to show and tell them some handcuffs.
All right, check this out. You're in the fourth grade meeting, right? And Brian comes up and say, "Yo, I got a great idea, Mike. I'm
Bro.
going to handcuff all of them, okay? Listen, I'm going to handcuff them. I'm going to have them pick cotton. What do you think about that?"
I'm like, hey, my cell phone's ringing. I don't need to know any more details. I gotta go. Got my own curriculum going on. Don't tell me no more. And then I'm gonna somehow put a phone up in his room and record that shit. I'm like, oh, can I come by and watch? I just want to put it, record it for the school page or whatever.
See, you better than me. I'm just going to put a note underneath the principal's door. Like, you need to go down to room 205.
No, I'm gonna record it and take it to the principal and be like, let me show you something. You think this fits our school website? Can we use this?
I'm live streaming it on everybody's TV.
Principal's going, I'm gonna tag the principal. He'd be like, what's this? Let me turn on this live stream. Like, oh shit, I want to see live reaction. The principal's just gonna go like this, drop his pen, like, I quit. I'm out. I'm fired.
I'm like, hold up. That's right now. Yes, it's right now.
That's our school.
Right? I'm in the comments like, yes, it's our school.
Hilarious.
I'm like, that looks like room 205. Wait a minute. That is 2. I'm just hitting all the comments. Like,
yeah. Every time he says something out loud, like, is that Mr. Smith? Yep, that is Mr. Smith.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Is that it happening right now? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Is
is.
that handcuffs? Yeah, it's about 20 pair, actually.
Bruh, where he get 20 handcuffs from? I'm so curious. Right? I need to know where he get his supplies from.
He put time and effort in. He planned this whole thing out. He made sure he had enough cotton that had seeds in it. Not the seedless shit like them grapes. When you get seedless, he got the good shit with seed.
Because a cotton bush has like thorns and shit in it. Like, there's a certain way you gotta pick cotton, or it's gonna fuck your hand up.
Hey, maybe he got his own that he practice on.
Yo, he found like
cotton bush at home.
He found 20 handcuffs, 20 like twigs of cotton.
And said, hey, let's do some work.
This is a good idea. What's the sack question, bro?
So our sack question is more of a hypothetical what if.
Okay.
So they asked if we would put ourselves in Johnny Depp's shoes and we were being physically and emotionally abused and had somebody shit in our bed, how would we react to that?
Okay. See, I didn't want to talk about Johnny. I feel so bad for him right now.
That's a very toxic thing. That whole relationship, everything. So this is something that I think, when they said it to me, I was like, you know what? Actually, I will, talk about that because I feel like that's very toxic. And, we always put the blame on the man saying he's toxic, he's abusive, he's this. But yet, here it is. The script is flipped and, what will we do?
Okay. Shit. And she's just as hot as his ex-wife.
Let's just say that we are married to the ex-wife.
Okay. All right. First of all, you shit in my bed. You might as well leave. You it's going to end bad. I might put your face in the shit if you shit in my bed.
I'm with you.
Fuck, man. That's kind of hard because when you in it, you don't. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to get out, but. I don't know what I definitely know I'll put her face in the shit. She's definitely getting shit faced.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I think like when you're in it, like you're saying, it's hard to get out. It's hard to, you think you love the person, you think they're going to change, you think you're doing all the things right. But at the same time, it's just like it's one of those things where like you said, I feel bad for him because this guy endured that. He never put his hands on her. He never. That's where you push people over the edge, and you got to give him a lot of credit because he could have snapped back. He could have easily put his hands on her, did some harm to her, did something, but he just sat back, calmly almost and like numb to it and just like, you just beat me up.
Yeah, I think I think that's what it is. It's just like an abusive woman. Like you just get numb to the abuse, and you're like, okay, what do you got today? You know what I mean? Like it's to that point. Like, okay, all right. Oh, you shit in the bed. All right, I'll clean
Like,
the bed.
I was, married and it got to the point where like it never got to that,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just
I'm
like
about to say, she shit in your bed, bro.
like I was just like I started becoming numb to it, and that's when I was like, look, like something's got to give. Like I can't keep doing this. I can't keep yelling in front of Junior. I can't keep yelling in front of my daughter. I can't feel like, man, like every day is just so draining and such a bad day. And like I was like, this got to change. Like we got to cut these ties and like live and like get that energy back and that life back. But again, if she shit in the bed, like I'm treating it like a dog. You rub your nose in it, like
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm doing. Her whole face is going in. Like I don't care,
Mm-hmm.
mouth open, whatever. She's going to need to breathe and open her mouth because I'm like hair,
Yeah,
face, hair,
absolutely. Yeah,
wax on, wax off.
that is the title. Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off with her face, and she's gonna have shit in her teeth and everything. I didn't realize that was the girl from Aquaman
Yeah, yeah, man.
until somebody made a comment saying that like Aquaman, or the producer for Aquaman 2 refused to kick her out of the movie or whatever because of
Yeah,
all this stuff. But I'm
and
just like, man,
they got a whole petition for her to get out. Yeah, she used to play like the random hot girl in movies, and then she got Aquaman, and then she just blew the fuck up.
man, she's horrible. Like at this point, like the bad part is like she's branded as this horrible person now. And
Mm-hmm.
some Joe Smo is going to come along and go through the
Yep.
same thing and think she's the greatest catch in the world. It's going to be horrible.
Yeah,
She's not
absolutely.
going to change. That's who she is.
Yeah, and some guys I'm like, yo, it's not gonna be me. That's Johnny. It's Johnny's fault, and she gonna shit in
Yeah.
your bed.
Yeah. Johnny's got $100 million and she shit in his bed. What's she going to do to you?
Right. Let's see what movie she was in.
She purposely tried to push him over the edge and get him to crack or do something to where it would have came back on him. And now, like Pirates of the Caribbean and a couple of these movie companies didn't cast him because of all these allegations and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this shit comes out, like, and he's clear, like there's a lot of people that owe this man an apology.
Absolutely. So she was in Aquaman. Then she was in Rum Diary with Johnny Depp. She was in Zombieland for like 2 seconds. She was like the first zombie in Zombieland. Then Never Back Down. She was the hot girlfriend. Justice League. I don't remember her in that. Like she literally was in random shit.
I don't remember in Justice League. I just watched that.
Yeah, like she was literally in random shit. She was in Friday Night Lights, the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't remember her in that.
Random shit, like you're saying.
Yeah, Alpha Dog. Yeah, just random shit, and then she got Aquaman. So and it can't be easy to have fucking Johnny Depp as your man, but bro, if you crazy, bro, go get some help. Get some fucking help, man.
Need some help because if you're defecating in people's beds, like for
Right.
what? Like, what was the purpose of that? Like,
Bro. She and then she was on the stand today crying, talking about this is crazy how these allegations. This is not me. Y'all need to stop this. This y'all hurting me. I'm like, bro, more than one person saying this. It's not just Johnny saying this shit. Like,
did you see? Like, Johnny is the most calm, laid back person on that stand. Like,
yep.
some of his answers, I'm just like, yo, this dude straight is a dick for the way he's responding, but it's hilarious the way he's doing it.
Like it's almost like like he's just tired, bro. Like he just
Like
yeah.
they literally ask him a question and they're like, sorry, sir, we don't want to waste the court's time. Can you please just answer the question? And then Johnny Depp was like, oh, you mean like when it took you 5 minutes to find some evidence, so that's not wasting time? And I'm like, this man comes back quick. Like he's quick with it.
Cause he's Johnny fucking Depp. He's like, what are you gonna do? I'm Johnny Depp, Nick. Like, what the fuck?
Like their lawyers are stupid anyway, because like they asked him a question, he answered it, and they said, I object. And he was like, he looked at him like weird. He's like, "You asked the question," and then his lawyer's like, "I want to ask another question," and he was like, "Why? So you can object to your own question again?"
Yeah, like it's a movie to him. Like he's always in a movie. He's always in a fucking movie.
Yeah.
He's in a fucking horror movie right now. Like, who shits in the bed, bro?
I don't know. You should try it. Have your girl do it.
Yeah.
It turns you on.
Just see what happens.
See if it turns you on.
Yo, this episode's never coming out. On me in court, like, yes, best friend told me to shit in the bed and to see what happens. And it didn't end well for me.
You're gonna wax on, wax off with your face. You're gonna be stuck in your beard. You better wash that beard real good.
Right? Oh man. But shit. It was a good show, man. Good shit. You know how we do. It's easy for us. So and that's not being cocky, people. That's just being realistic. It's just easy for us. We've been doing this shit for I've known this man for 27 years now. So we've been doing this shit for 27 years. So it's not that hard for us to have a conversation. But I just want to say prayers to Shay Laron. She's gonna have family issues at this moment in time. She lost another member of her family. Yeah, prayers up. Stay strong. We out here with you, Shay. We need a hug. Call best friend. He'll send you his cheeks. Yeah, we have the live show. We talked about it on the show. It's coming up soon, July 30th. Yes, me and best friend will be in the same building at the same time, acting the fucking fool for a little bit. Do not run up in the building because it'll end up. It's not going to end up well for you. And we have the Players Ball on November the 5th. Best friend will be there, being a white player, white pimp. Yeah. So, yeah, we got a couple of things coming up, man. Thank y'all for listening to us. We appreciate the love. We support. Buy the merch. Sarcarrogance.com. Buy the merch. We have Toxicology Report merch on there. I'm gonna buy some. The hoodies will be taken down this week. So if you listen to this, you probably got like 4 more days left. So till next time, in the Vedas we trust. Be safe and stay toxic, man. Yeah.